What's up, everybody? I'm Tyler.
And I'm Brittany.
And we got a new video for you today. I'm working on the sawmill this morning and not the wood miser. I'm actually working on, she's got her bike over here going because we got some diesel heading over here to the old circle mill, and I got a fuel issue I'm trying to work on and get that situated right now. And I'm about to put a new filter on there, so let's see if that fixes it. But other than that, the plan is to saw a log on here today and let you guys see this dude run. Let's get to it. I got it full of fuel so I don't lose my prime here. Gotta find the bolt spot here. All right, we're started. Put this on. Hopefully the other filter was the issue. It definitely could be. It's happened before. Old tanks have a lot of junk in them, and this has been sitting over winter. We think that we may have the fuel issue resolved, so we can saw and show you some stuff over here today. I want to tell you two things. I get questions all the time about the circle sawmill. Do you still have it? Do you use it? Yes. So there's two reasons why. I'm out of breath. I've been working hard, guys. There's two reasons why we don't use this mill daily or all the time. One is the brand new LT40 sitting over there, and the curve savings, and it's too many items to list. For one, it's really expensive, it's brand new, it's over there, and it turns the logs and does everything for us. Two, let me show you the reason we don't use this even more so. I'm gonna walk you around the tracks, and I'm gonna show you in under here. This is where the dust drag system drags your sawdust out of the sawmill, and we've worked and repaired on that 10,000 times through the days. When my grandfather set this building up years ago, he poured, I'm gonna zoom in here and kind of show you. That's a concrete wall. He poured a concrete dust pit. That's a concrete wall, and the dust chain goes down in there. Yes, it's full of water right now. We have done numerous things in the past, and this was a problem when my grandfather had this shed, which he hasn't sawed here in 19 years probably, okay? But I found the sawmill way after he had passed, to put it back in, restored it back to right the way he had it. But the trouble he had with this dust pit is the same trouble that I have with this dust pit. Water. And you would think, well, rainwater's coming in and filling it up. Keep the dust drag going 24/7. You can kind of keep a hold of it. However, the issue is more than just rainwater. We have come to find out that it's groundwater seeping in. So we actually have groundwater seeping in. He's dug this down like right at 9 foot. We have a very low water table here. So it's always a water issue, which always turns out to be a chain issue, which turns out to be a dust removal issue. So ultimately, if we really want to use this mill more so, more often, I think, Britt, we're going to have to move it out of this shed eventually.
I believe so, and close this pit up.
Close this pit up and start anew. Maybe go up higher with a mill, fill that in with dirt, and we could even put it back in this shed. But we'd have to do something different. So there's your two reasons. The LT40, dust chain, that's the reasons we don't use it often. But today, I want to saw some boards because Friday, we want to put in, what are we doing, Britt?
We are putting in a compost bin, so we wanted to cut some lumber from here because it matches our house, because all of our lumber from our house come from this sawmill.
So we want to build a compost bin. I want to show you the old mill still running and working. So let's cut the lumber for that. The video on building the compost bin should be this coming Friday, but we'll at least have the lumber cut for it today on Monday. So let's go to sawing. Let's show you the old girl still works. Hopefully you guys enjoy seeing this old sawmill work. This old sawmill is at least 80 years old. So, and it's made from a hodgepodge of parts, but most of the parts on here are over 80. Let's get to it. Okay, before I start the mill up, I do want to show you guys something. I've been asked a bunch of times in the past, and while we're making a short video about the circle mill, I'll show you. So we got this little dial scale back here. And it's got 1/4 inch increments on this because we got a 1/4 inch kerf on that saw blade. So a log gets placed up here on the rack, and each time I pull this, I can, you know, see my scale. So the log is getting smaller and smaller as I pull the scale out here, bringing the log over the top of the bunks and across the saw. So that's how that works. Now I just got back from lunch and I forgot my safety glasses. Well, my sunshades anyway. And I'm gonna show you what we use this electric bike for, because my glasses are all the way back at the house. So I was like, Britt, can you run and go get those for me? She was like, sure. So we do want to go ahead and do a little plug here about the Viribus trike that we have. It comes in handy a lot. That basket on the back has a 110-pound carrying capacity. I'm headed back in here under the shade. And the carrying capacity on that this morning, we were able to go to our truck. Instead of bringing the truck in amongst these logs, which need to be sorted, gonna do that this week, we were able to go get our 5 gallons of diesel, put it in that rack of that, and she rode all the way back over here. And I didn't have to tote a bucket from 200 yards away.
Very nice. To
the sawmill. So that was very nice. We use it gathering vegetables. I mean, we're finding all kinds of uses for that. I did a cleanup over at the barbecue pit on this side of our place, which you will see a video 4th of July, or at least part of our Friday's video the day after 4th of July. We'll be over there cooking, and I looked, I was cleaning up, pushing and cleaning, and Brittany was just riding by. She was just making circles. She went and checked the mail and did a couple things, but
hey, I brought you your chainsaw too in the back.
she did bring my chainsaw in the back. So that basket, at first when I got it, I was like, I try it. Because, you know, I grew up on bikes. I still ride motorcycles, 2 wheels for life, man. And then I was like, what are we going to do with a trike? That thing's handy. So,
and it's so durable too. Like, no matter what you go over, like, I run over sticks and everything out here. And over
it goes about anywhere because we ride it through the literal garden. So I do want to tell you guys now that there will be a link in the description below to that literal trike. And there's a coupon code. I think it's Wallace.
Wallace, yeah.
Yeah, WALLACE. Coupon code on there. Do go check out the Viribus electric bike trike. I think they even got a couple different models on there. But the trike's sick. It really handles a lot of stuff. So if you've got a small farm and you need to get to and from, instead of buying like a side-by-side or something like that that's really, really, really expensive, there's you a good option. Time to fire it up. Give her the beans. All right, we got 5 2x10s there, and well, I went 1.5 inches here. The last board's 2 inch here. If you guys know why I left that last board 2 inches, go in the comments below. There's a very specific reason, and if some of the older gentlemen on our page that follow us here who've definitely worked at a sawmill before, I bet you know why we did that. Full 2 inch there, went ahead 1.5 inches on the others. Now I'm using those boards for myself. I know they're pine, nothing fancy. I'm gonna build a compost bin, and eventually they're gonna rot into the compost themselves. It's perfectly fine. We have a sawmill, we'll make more. But yeah, also, if you guys want to see more content shot on the old circle sawmill, which we definitely still have, if you were wondering. Now, the Frick sawmill that I was building, you know, several months back, yeah, somebody offered me too much money, and I let it roll. And I'll never get rid of this sawmill, though. This Corley sawmill belonged to my grandfather. He sold it prior to his passing. I found it years later. I rebuilt it, restored it. I put it right back where it was when I was a child.
Guys, let me tell you, when we found this sawmill, it was in 1,000,000 pieces. It was in 5-gallon buckets, just strode everywhere.
It was. The guy that moved it definitely was never going to put it back together, and it had exchanged hands 3 times from when my grandfather sold it to me getting it. I spent 2 full months rebuilding this sawmill, and I spent 2 full years after rebuilding this sawmill sawing nothing but on this sawmill, sawing cross ties. I have probably sawed 5,000 cross ties across this thing easily. So, got a lot of experience over here. I know a lot of people in the comments talk about how dangerous and blah, blah. It is dangerous. I get it. I grew up in this. I'm 33 years old, if you guys wanted to know. And I've been doing this. I was literally crawling on that sawdust pile while this sawmill run in the 90s. As a child, I've been doing this my whole life. I know nothing but sawdust. So it's definitely not for everybody. If you've done nothing but be around band mills your whole life, they're great. Obviously, I use mine more so than I use my old circle sawmill. The kerf loss, the gain in number of boards. There's numerous things I can go about a band sawmill, and I just have to be honest with you. Other than nostalgia, I kind of like the band sawmill better, you know. If I was cutting purely cross ties again, just big cants and sending them down, we'd be right here at the circle sawmill. It's my preference. But we're not. We cut lots of lumber, and we try to get the most from the least so that we can be ecologically, what's the word for it? Sensitive, I guess. We try to get the most from the least and be good stewards of the land that we have. So, if you want to see more over here in the future, we definitely will do that. Comment down below if you like our circle sawmill. It is primarily a Corley sawmill, but it's a hodgepodge of 3 different mills to make 1 mill. Okay, that's going to do it for the sawing portion of this video. I am going to take you on a quick little tour over here of something that I'm working on. If you guys followed, look at Miss Trike over here. So if you guys, oh wait, let's take them over here. Follow me. We're going to take you guys to the corn patch because we're actually pulling some corn. We pulled yesterday 30 ears. We planted 4 rows, 50 feet long. I pulled 30 ears yesterday, and I pulled 3 more this morning that they're kind of coming in over the next couple days. So let me show you some of those. We'll go right in here. I believe this ear is ready to roll today. So here's the ear corn. Britt, you do the recording here, and I'll show them what we got.
All right.
Perfection. Show you guys what we grew here. We're really proud of these. This little patch here turned out really nice. Look at that. So later this afternoon, when it cools off just a little bit, we're gonna come out here, fill that basket, probably with another 30, 40 ears of corn, and we're gonna visit the freezer with these. So pretty proud of that. Now the project I was talking about, I do want to show you guys that. If you guys remember, about 2 or 3 videos back, I took you up to my shop on my other property, the shop that's eventually going to get moved over here to the homestead, and seen that boat project. Guys, I can't help myself. I have a lot of projects going. I got my bus over there. I'm going to work on that. I got to like reconfigure my mind, do something else, go back to the bus. You know, if you overload yourself with something, you can lose interest.
I told Tyler the other day that he has the ambition of 5 men.
Yeah, I got a problem. I'll do a lot. Like I'm building motorcycles, building buses, I'm back in the boat building, so now you know where we're going. I'm about to go show you that boat. I went ahead and moved that boat to the garage over here so I could do some work on it because I'm ready to take it out this summer and do some fishing. And you know what? I went ahead, brought it back home in between that last video 2 weeks ago, and I've done put a whole new coat of fiberglass on it. So let me show you that.
All right, so come in here and check out the boat that Tyler's been working on. I'm super excited to take this out and go fishing pretty soon. If you are interested in content like that, also let us know down in the comments.
Okay, I went ahead, brought the boat in, and I decided that the one coat of fiberglass I had on there was not enough. So over the last couple of days, I went ahead and added a whole new sheet of 10-ounce wove fiberglass to the top. And yesterday I went over, sanded everything. I'm blending all my joints, and now we're gonna go ahead and paint it so that we can turn it over. So once I get that boat painted, I'm gonna turn it over, and then I'm gonna bring you guys along as we build out the interior of the boat. That's my plan anyway, and it's not a ton to do on the inside. I'm gonna go ahead and glass the inside too, and I was just kind of looking several things, still deciding on like the actual interior I'm gonna put into it. Do want a wide open deck layout. You'll see. I'm gonna take you guys along for us. If you're interested in seeing more of the boat build, which some of you said you were, so here we are. I'm showing you the boat build. Just yeah, comment down below. Keep me interested in your interest, and we'll keep this thing moving forward. We are gonna wind this thing down. If you guys want to see more of us in the future, go ahead down below. It's just right down there. Just right down there. Hit subscribe. It costs nothing to subscribe to us on YouTube and follow along with all the adventures that we get into. If you're bored, it's kind of like Mississippi weather. If you just wait a little bit, it's going to change. Because look, Tyler got some problems. He likes to do a lot of different things. And my wife loves to go along. That's what she likes about me. It's because I'm just always
doing something different.
You can't get bored around here, guys. I'm always doing something different. So just wait on it to change. Anyway, guys, Sawmill stays consistent around here. Took you with the old girl. Showed you how the old sawmill still runs to this very day. If you guys want more in the future, like, comment, subscribe, all those things. I'm being repetitive, so I got to wind her down. What you got, Miss Britt?
I'm also going to be repetitive, but check us out on Patreon if you like all the stuff that you see here. We got more over there, and our Instagram page.
All right, guys, let's wind it down. Till next time.
See ya.
Bam.